So today we're going to be doing some easy modern home decor DIYs using mostly Dollar Tree items. All right, this vase is something that I painted before, but it is from the Dollar Tree, just those vases they have, and then the Jenga blocks. I had just wanted to show you that you can add a base to this if you want, but I chose not to add a base to mine. And then I'm just taking the Jenga blocks and just hot gluing them. You can use another glue in conjunction with it so that you can have a nice strong hold. But I'm just placing them randomly, trying to make sure that they're like straight, so you don't want them wonky and off center. But I'm just placing them randomly around, and then once that was nice and dry, it's real simple. You just come in and paint it. And that is the great thing about, say, contemporary home decor pieces or modern decor pieces. They're nice and simple. So I just take and I just paint it. You could use just any acrylic type paint. You could use a chalk paint, something like that. I do dab it after I put it on, just to give it kind of a textured look and not that swipe look. I did the inside too, even though you won't see that. And then this is how it came out. Okay, so now for this one, this is another Dollar Tree item. These are the football wreath forms, but I'm going to use it to make a bowl. So I just take it and I'm trying to reshape it a little bit. You don't want to be too rough with it because it can break, but I just want to make sure that it stands up and that it's kind of even on both sides, so you can play around with it till it does that. And then I'm just using cotton clothesline rope. Real simple, real easy. And I'm just going to start with hot gluing it. Again, with this one, you can also use a different type glue, but the hot glue, works fast. And I'm just hot gluing it to the top of it. Be careful with your fingers because hot glue is that hot. So I'm just taking it, gluing it around, forming a base, because, it's a lot of empty spaces in there. This would be great too to do like a paper mache something on, but I'm using the rope because I do like the texture and stuff that the rope does give. And once I go around it one whole time, then you can just kind of overlap it, so you see it'll have kind of a crisscross, and start attaching it to the wreath and to the other line of rope, if that makes sense. So you see I put glue on the rope and then on the spots on the wreath where there are a space to do so. And then at the ends there, because once you go down, you'll have to kind of push it in, if that makes sense. You can see that piece there is kind of in, not directly on top of the other piece of rope, so that it kind of takes the form of the wreath itself. And you just keep going around and around. You can go all the way to the bottom. I didn't go all the way to the bottom with mine because I didn't have that much rope left over, but you just want to make sure that it'll still be able to stand up. I came back up to the top, and because you can see the actual wreath metal there, so I'm just taking and covering that. Even though I'm going to be filling the bowl, I just want to make sure that you don't see the form itself. And then I just cut that, and then you can burn these ends and then glue it, to make sure it's nice. But I just used hot glue and made sure it was in there nice. And then, like I said, I just finished off with the rope that I did have on the bottom there. I did have an opening left in my bottom. So before I filled the bowl, what I did was just take it and filled it with a piece of paper, so that it didn't go through. And then I'm just taking and lightly brushing some paint, and like I said, you could just use acrylic paint for this, over top of it, not to cover the whole thing, but just to give it that kind of look. And this is how it turned out. All right, now for this one. I had a different idea at the beginning of this one. I did not like how it came out. I was going to be using the Dollar Tree skewers, but I had this sign from the Dollar Tree. You know, the Dollar Tree is good for signs. Right now, they have out still some for Halloween and for fall, but you can get a Christmas sign. You can get any kind of sign. It's a long rectangular piece, and I'm just using the back because it's flat. I took off the rope. You can save the rope to the side because you can use that piece later to hang it. And then I'm just painting it. I'm giving it 2 coats. I'm going around the edges. Real simple. This one, I was going to take the skewers and do kind of a sound wave thing for this, but didn't like the way it came out. So I took that off, and that's why you can see the different texture and stuff there. And I had these pieces from Halloween. But they do have these type pieces at Christmas time, so you can still find these. So it's real easy, real simple. And then I'm just going to take them and cut off each piece. So getting rid of kind of that big bottom piece, so it's not one bunch. It'll be individual pieces like that. These do have a lot of glitter, so the glitter will get everywhere. And then I'm just going to line them up how I line them up based on how many I have. If you have more, if you have less, you can change this around. You can do this all one color because you'll have to give it a couple of coats to make sure the color doesn't show through. You can rearrange this in different ways, but I'm just going to do mine straight up and down, so it's real simple. And I'm just taking hot glue and gluing it at the bottom, the base part there, not the whole thing. Once that is done, then I covered it with just some spray paint. Again, you want to do a couple coats. And this is how mine came out. I put a hanging on the back too. And this is how mine came out.